like you said, there's more Asian girls and black girls on the catwalk, and many designers, they want the hair to move. And the Asian hair, of course, it moves differently than the African hair. So,
absolutely.
How has this affected your work?
Well, I think, you know, for me, I think it doesn't affect my work, because what it does is it gives me diversity within a look, right? So so for me, I kind of welcome that. I welcome the fact that it moves in a very different way. You know, like for instance, Asian hair is heavier, right? It's a thicker strand. It doesn't move as well, right?
Do you have to use extra products or like different
We
things?
love a bit of sugar lifting the roots. Give it a little bit. You know, it's really about that, and it's really about tailoring a look to suit someone and working with their texture, which is why I've been saying it feels like you do have a salon backstage, really, because you're working with a model as you would work with a client in a sense. You know, you're kind of keeping it quite real, you know, and quite personal and bespoke, and it's just like something that works with them. Obviously, you know, Asian girls, I wouldn't have so much movement, but there would be the feeling of that movement in their world, you know, because really I think it's really about enhancing textures, not changing them to a degree, doing something that's kind of, I would say, subtler, you know. It's about getting them and getting what their hair does and working it out. You know, like there wasn't one girl with any weave or any extensions or anything like that in their hair. You know, we treated every girl as their own canvas. You know, and I think that's really what, you know, guys like Roland want, Chloe want. You know, they want the feeling of a personality, right? This is a muse. This is a personality dialed up to like 175. You know, but there are other designers that don't want that. Right, and I think that's also the thing. Designers have their own vision, right? And I look at a designer like I would do a client, because they're my client. Do you know what I mean? Like I listen to what they want and I give them what they want, but I also impart my own kind of experience and my own kind of technical knowledge and my own creativity into their world, and we work it out. We end up somewhere, hopefully, where everyone's like really ecstatic. Mostly it kind of works out that way, but I think you have to listen, you know, and you know, you have to kind of like work it out with textures, you know, like Roland Murray, every girl had a different product. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes. So you keep coming back to this individual and the girls as a muse and everything. Was there one that stood out?
Oh my God.
Just one particular that encapsulates that whole month for you that really was a standout personality?
She's a girl called Mina, and she's Argentinian, and she has like the most gorgeous kind of like curly hair, but it's cut in this kind of like long, kind of like bobby kind of shape, and she's just like beyond beautiful.
Which
like
show was she walking on?
Every show in Paris. It's just like, you're just like, oh, I knew. Amazing.
Okay. So you do know that your wife
look at my arms.
reads your... You do understand that your wife reads...
Yeah, gorgeous stuff. I'm
so
human.
maybe you
I'm
want
only
to put it in a
human.
way that saves Eugene's
You
marriage. Okay,
I felt really transparent when she walked in the room and started doing her hair. It's like, she knows
one last question, and then we'll
Do
say
you have a fashion week you prefer to do? You know, like where you be more artistic or a city? You know, where you
Paris.
Paris?
Yeah, Paris lets me be who I am. It doesn't try to rein me in. It wants me to go further, and I love that. You know, yeah. You know what? No, I think every city, right, has its own aesthetic to a certain extent, right? You could safely say, right, like New York really is like market driven, right? It's not creatively driven. There are a few designers in New York that really stand out, that are very strong. Like Jeremy, guys like Tom Brown. I'm trying to remember the two sisters, but there are two sisters that I forget. Rodarte, you know, there are shows like that. you know, that are really quite strong and have a very unusual aesthetic, which is I find very beautiful. But pretty much everything is kind of very wearable in a sense, and very marketable. London's bonkers, right? You know, Milan really is about either the intelligent woman or the sexy woman, right? Paris is about super cool, gorgeous, raw, but refined, and just crazy. Just like, you know, Paris is the home of fashion, right? It's where it started, you know. And the country supports its artists because it looks at fashion as art, you know. I don't think we do in the UK. I don't think they do in, you know, Milan, and I certainly don't think they do in America, but in France they do. Designers are hugely respected, and the government's put a lot of resources into their designers and love what they do.
Great. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Eugene. Thank you.